So how is your half Ironman training going?
It is going really well. I am extremely proud of myself. I'll put it that way. I did my first kind of like, let's just see what it's like to give it a whirl, like just go in, don't have any sort of paces in mind, just go by feel. See if you can get your nutrition right. See if you can bring together all the time you've accumulated into one session. And I managed to do that when I was in New York, and I was stoked. I felt great. I didn't have any cramping. My mindset was great in terms of just like positive mindset. Really just listening to my body and working at paces that felt good, enjoying the scenery of being in a new place as well. That helped. I think I'm really proud of how it's all coming together, because I'll be honest in saying I'm not like, mapping out week by week, this is what I have to do. I've just been like, do what you can when it feels right. So I wake up and I have time in the morning to go for a swim before work. Cool. I'm going to go and do my swim. Do I have to do it the fastest I've ever done it? No, it's just clock up some time, because I know that that's just what I need.
Yeah.
Exactly. If it's going to be a busy week of work, maybe I'm, either getting up. I wake up early anyway, but like if I'm up early, maybe it's cool, a 30-minute bike, sure, in the morning before I go to work. Or maybe because it's going to be at a low intensity, it could be a 60-minute bike after work. On a weekend, I have a little bit more time. Cool. Let's kind of shove those things together. Do like a bike and a run, or a swim and a bike, or insert the blank. So it's been a lot of like putting together the pieces of what I know I need to be doing in a non-stressful way, with some sort of structure in terms of, okay, I know the volume I need to be doing, just accumulate it how it fits into the week. And by doing that, I was actually genuinely surprised last week when I went through that simulation.
What surprised you? Obviously, you said that your body felt good, mindset was good, body didn't break down. But is there a time goal that you have with this?
No, that's the thing. The target is to do it. If I speak honestly about like when I've been thinking about what I wanted to do with it, I would love to do a fundraiser and donate to a charity of some kind. Still need to decide what it is, because I feel like when you do things that transcend yourself, you do a better job. And I don't want it to just be like tick something off the box for myself. I want it to be give back to something. So for me, in that moment when I'm saying I was really proud or I was surprised, I think the thing that surprised me was I never thought that I'd be able to work out for that long, or to stay in that mindset for that long, or to be so smart with my training that I'd even get to the point where I could run through a simulation and come out of it feeling good. I think previously I probably pushed the pedal a little bit too hard and, had paces in mind and went at a certain intensity, or didn't really understand my nutrition well enough, or whatever it was. It just feels like the relaxed approach has just allowed me to be healthy. And that's probably what I'm most surprised about.
Has your nutrition changed at all in this process since kind of shifting up your training priorities?
That's a really good question. I think like I have been probably a little bit more meticulous with like pre and post and intra nutrition. But other than that, not really. So like days that I'm doing high volume, I just increase the amount that I'm having. If I know that I'm going to be doing something like I did there, where it was like a simulation, like I was in New York, I was on holiday. Like the best thing about this training is I get to eat so much. I like that.
Are you tracking right now?
But that's the thing. I'm not tracking. I'm eating a lot by feel. I like have a pretty good idea. Like I'm not like willy-nilly, like I'm just going to have whatever. I'm just making sure, okay, across the day, I know that I'm getting at least enough protein in. I know that I'm eating enough carbs and enough fats, but I'm not like putting it into MyFitnessPal or doing anything like that. I am weighing out the amount of like protein powder and carbs and things that I'm doing for the actual training and event, just because that's important, or it's important to me to know that I have that right. But the rest of the day, it's just eat what feels right. And sometimes I nail it and sometimes I don't. And I know that because I'll either like wake up in the middle of the night and be like, oh shit, I'm hungry. Or I like my sleep's compromised or my recovery is not as good. But yeah, figuring that out. It's also pretty far out from where I need to be. And it's not.
So when is the Half Ironman?
Yeah. So I have 2 on my calendar that I would like to look at. Goal would be either one in September, which is in Mooloolaba in Australia.
Mooloolaba?
Mooloolaba. So it's where my friends and stuff are. So that'd be cool. Nice. So either that, or there's one in a place that I've been wanting to go to for a while in Vietnam called Phu Quoc. I actually don't even know if I'm saying that right, but
I've been there.
Yeah. It was just a holiday destination that's been on my bucket list, and I was like, oh my God, they have a Half Ironman there. That's random. Just the only thing that is making me feel like I might not do that one is the humidity.
Yeah.
So yeah, it's hard, and that's a lot of time to be out in the sun and feeling hot and sweaty. But yeah, I'm just gonna see. One of those two is the goal.
It sounds like you've taken a very healthy approach to this.
Yes, I feel that way, and that's why I'm probably the most proud of myself, because I've never done this before.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But was that, I mean, it sounds like that was one of your objectives coming into this, right?
Yes.
Like, I want to be able to do this thing, achieve it. You haven't put any strict, like finishing goals on. You haven't put any strict volume goals in what your training has to look like. You're just taking a very self-regulated approach to training.
Well, I think, cool. I'm in my body for a lifetime, and I want to be able to keep enjoying sports and keep learning sports and keep doing this. And that means just having a little bit, or at least for myself, having a little bit more of a relaxed approach. It's a new approach, and that's what's fun.